Even though we've had such a difficult 2 years, and obviously it's been so incredibly hard in so many different ways, volunteering never stopped with See Me, and it's a testimony to the passion and the creativity and the just stick-to-itedness of our volunteers.
During the pandemic, one of the biggest projects I was involved in was I started the Pass the Parcel project. So the plan behind that is when you pass a self-care kit to someone, they then receive it and pass one to someone else, and then have a conversation with that person about mental health.
During the pandemic, I have started a new project, 6 Wee Wordies. There's a sort of bit of a cult thing of writing stories using just 6 words. Became a bit of a coping mechanism for me, actually. So we developed it into a Zoom workshop.
We resumed our weekly walk on the castle grounds last year. That's been a real boon for those, just as I call it, forest bathing. Just proximity to the wood and the scent of the wood and leaves rustling and rustling in the wind above you.
We need to build on and pull on the expertise of every single person in this room. We're all sitting with skills and talents and ambitions that are unique. And there's something really special for me in See Me in the way that we can bring that together and blend it and really try and influence change in ways that will make a lasting difference in Scotland.
What I'm doing is talking about the long-term impact of mental health based on adverse childhood experiences. For me, it was the only way I could do it, was to use some completely different way of telling a story. I wanted the puppet to do the work because the puppet is here, it's not me. What you do is you make the paper and string puppet, and then in the afternoons you do very short 2 or 3 minute performances. And obviously we'll use a mental health angle to those performances that the participants actually work on. So that's the plan for this year.
I've just kind of rejoined in the See Me Pride, so it's specifically obviously within the LGBT plus community. So I'm really excited to actually talk about the struggles and the kind of dual stigma and discrimination that's there, and use my experiences to try and influence change and to, again, make sure that within my community that those people are actually getting the support that they need.
I'm looking forward to getting involved with See Me, See Change, which is our programme to sort of talk to pupils and staff in schools about how they can tackle mental health stigma and discrimination in their community. We sort of had the hybrid pilot where it was half virtual, half in person, but I think we've really created something that we can work with and adapt to the changing times where we can now visit them face to face again.
I'm looking to get back to kind of doing stuff in person so that we have more of a buzz in a classroom approach. I think it's really important because we're kind of shaping young minds, really. I think it's making a huge difference. I think definitely, like when I was at school, there wasn't talk about stigma and discrimination, and that was only a few years ago, but now it just seems to be so much more of a conversation.